What up, everybody? Late Night Live, episode 65. We are here. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Let me say hi. J-Rod is here. Mike Hawkhurts, Meatball Saucy, A Light in This Dark World, some guy named Asa Jack's Media Grounds, Meatball Saucy. What's going on, bro? And to everyone else, welcome. And Eric, are you there? Are you down in Arizona right now?
I'm here in Arizona. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep. Great.
Is Dathan with you?
Dathan is, I think he's in the shower. He's had enough. He's had enough nerd for the day, so he's in the shower.
Saying spirits, what's going on, man? Alikrian is here. Can't wait for an awesome non-political stream tonight. Yeah, there's gonna be some intermingling. I don't like to talk about politics too much, but it's really kind of intertwined tonight a little bit. Joe Cade is here. What's going on? Good morning to you in Australia or wherever you're at.
Hey, Joe, we got news for you, but we'll save it for the later part of the show.
Oh, okay. Cool. Asa Jack's Media Grounds. Chris, how was your week, sir?
It was a good week. I played Atomfall. I don't know if you've had a chance to play that on Game Pass. It's essentially Fallout in Britain.
Cool.
So,
do you do sneaking around like Eric likes, or is it?
You can sneak around. So it's got the ability. The one thing I'll say that it has that Fallout doesn't is you can kill every NPC, even the ones you can talk to. And I was kind of surprised by that because I was trying to trade with the guy and instead shot him in the head and didn't realize it was a permadeath for him. So, and unfortunately, with Fallout 4, you couldn't kill that stupid guy that followed you around everywhere and told you what to do.
Oh, really? Hey, Mike Hawkhurts is wearing Pac-Man PJs right now. Eric, you're in good company.
A fellow man of taste, I see.
This is your crowd. Travis is here. How you doing, sir?
Good. Good evening, everybody.
How was your week?
It was good. Yeah, can't complain. I mean, I could, but
Dathan is there.
So good. There's Dathan. Yeah, So no good. I mean, not no good. Good. Continued playing Portal RTX, the ray trace version. Messing around with video cards and PC builds and things like that. And that's a good game to kind of stress them out, actually. And then I'm thinking about jumping into Half-Life, the ray traced version that they did, but they went ahead and released Last of Us Part 2. So I might have to actually play that one.
Right, on the PS.
Even
on Steam now.
though I didn't realize this, but I guess that game was kind of hated when it came out. I thought it was supposed to be an all-in-all improvement, but apparently, according to the reviews, it's pretty terrible.
Meatball
like
Saucy
according to
says
the
nine
when
points.
it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, good evening, Meatball.
I think there's people that hate everything when things come out, and
Yeah, that's what I kind of passed it by with saying like, yeah, whatever, it's sequel, And the first one was so beloved, I have a feeling that they couldn't have done any right, probably.
you're either a hater of video games or you're a simp. What do you call it? You just suck. You're just happy-go-lucky about everything. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
These are great, amazing games. There's nothing's wrong. You don't criticize. That's the way it is, black and white, right?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know. I think that they're. I mean, it seems like people are always out for a reaction, right? So very rarely do you get a fair review of something.
Jokade, the professor is in Eric's bedroom there.
Plot twist.
Yeah, just took a shower. So, Eric, what's going on over there?
Hey, this time we have separate beds, so we're good. We're good this time.
Why can't we see the rest of his body? His head popped in.
He just got out of the shower.
No snuggling tonight, huh?
Not tonight.
PG stream.
So, Eric is at Game On Expo in Phoenix, Arizona. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct.
It's
my second time here. Our second time here.
Nice. How's it going?
It's great.
Sorry, guys. I lost my voice today, so I'll just be in the chat.
How did you lose your voice? Maybe if Eric can talk for you, it's fine.
Well, so I think he's been sick recently, but also we're wearing these stellar suits. I have the Pac-Man one, and Dathan's been wearing the Super Mario Brothers one.
Yeah. Cool.
And you cannot go 10 feet without somebody stopping you to say, hey, great suit. Hey, can I get a picture? Hey, where did you get that? Hey, did you make it yourself? Hey, whatever. So on top of being sick, he's been talking all day to adoring fans.
Kissing babies, that's everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. No judgment. This is a no judgment zone.
Cyan, just for different reasons.
Yeah. Did you see who have you? Did you go to any panels today? Do any pickups? Stand in line for the bathroom?
We scoured the floor really quickly because the first panel we wanted to get to started 30 minutes after we got there. So we kind of blew through the vendors, and then the first panel, it turns out, was Don Bluth.
Oh, cool!
Oh, really?
Don Bluth was our first panel to go to at 1:30. Show open at 1, and he was really cool to talk to.
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair, Fievel Goes West, Land Before Time, Secret of Nim, Anastasia, Titan AE. I mean, the guy's a legend.
Yeah.
Hearing him talk about the creative process, and I got a couple of strong vibes from him. He doesn't care for Disney.
Well, didn't he work
He
for
did.
him for a bit, right? Like he's got like a.
Well, that's half the
history
people
with
in this chat don't care for Disney.
Well, he called them the 9 old men, and sometimes he had good things to say about the 9 old men, and sometimes he didn't. But he did learn a lot. He said he for sure learned a lot from them. So he wasn't. I don't think vitriolic about them, at least not at his age anymore.
Right.
So I got that vibe. I got real strong Mormon vibes from him too, which I kind of wasn't expecting, but cool, whatever.
Is he
I know, it
Mormon,
sounded-
or did you just get the
the
vibes because
language
he wouldn't gamble?
sounded definitely religious and maybe maybe
Huh.
maybe Mormon. I've heard some of that slang before, but no, he talked about how one of the interesting, I guess, juxtapositions he wanted to make between something like Disney movies and his kinds of films are that his have a little more darkness to them, or bite, as he called it, which I fully believe, because a lot of people I talk to about The Secret of NIMH, for example, they tell me a story about how it was scary to watch as a child, or how it's too scary for their kids to watch, or whatever. Whereas a lot of Disney cartoons from the same era they don't have that. I don't hear that same sentiment from people talking about it when they were kids, or parents talking about their kids not wanting to watch it because it's too scary. So that was pretty interesting. The other thing is he called Disney like overly sweet, kind of saccharine, and whereas his movies have a little more bite or edge. And then he believed that Disney movies are often talking down to you, and he thinks good media should try and elevate. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, so that was our first panel, and then we did some shopping. We picked up. I didn't have Metroid Prime Hunters.
Oh, nice, on the DS.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I don't have a DS yet, so I need to fix that.
Yeah. You probably get that there too.
Other M.
Oh, nice.
For the Wii that I got, I have a new Wii now. Dathan picked up some Spider-Man, and Wilson.
Oh, I've got that. He didn't have that Spider-Man on NES.
No.
Wow.
Dathan got a decent deal on Dragon Fighter, so
Oh, okay.
it's one of the last heavy hitters he's got to pick up.
What's up, Derek Fisher?
Speaking of Metroid and DSs, there's Samus Returns. Still don't have a DS.
Oh, wow, you got a thing on Metroid tonight.
I wanted to get. I have Golgo 13, but I didn't have the box and manual, so I picked that up.
Huh.
And then the last panel we went to was Howard Scott Warsaw, and he
Atari.
Yeah, he did Yar's Revenge, which Dathan got his signed.
Nice.
And it says Yar's truly, which is funny. And he did E.T., and he did Last Crusade, and he did a game called Saboteur. And he wrote a book called
Not yet, Derek.
I downloaded it just now.
on Atari. What's it? Anyway,
Yeah, he has his own book that he was peddling to you guys. Did you guys buy it?
no, Dathan had a credit for Audible download, or so he downloaded the audiobook.
If you're a big enough celebrity at these things, you got to write your own book.
Once Upon Atari is what it's called. No, but he has a movie also.
Oh, okay. You got to have a
DVD.
movie, of course.
The DVD for it, where he interviewed, because the different thing about his DVD or his documentary or whatever is that it's only people who used to work at Atari, and so
real quick, Joe's got he's got a full on erection right now.
yeah, no, I know. That's why I was like, I was telling Dathan, oh, dude, we got to tell Joe, because okay, get this, Joe. He was hinting, but he could not admit freely yet that there's another movie in the works, and he was hinting, but could not admit yet that there's a sequel to Yar's Revenge they're trying to get it a team assembled to work on it.
The new Atari is working on it.
Yeah.
Meatball.
I was hoping that you were going to say director's cut of E.T.
We're going to get to the first
like
Lego
his actual unrushed.
What the heck are you
version
talking
of
about,
E.T.
Meatball
that he
Saucy?
always planned on. That's what I was hoping
Yeah.
he was going to announce.
No, did you talk about ET at all? Because when
Yeah,
I
sure.
originally heard him talk, he said it was just a real big rush job.
Yeah.
5
He had
weeks.
no time to work on it.
5 weeks.
Yeah, and
He said Yar's was 7 months. He said Indiana Jones was 10 months, and then he did Yar's, or then he did E.T. in 5 weeks.
that's crazy. And I was watching some video last week about how to program on Atari.
Mm-hmm.
It is not easy.
I'm sure it's not. Yeah.
Like if you just to move the colors around on the screen was like it's like way complicated than I think
Yeah.
things going on today.
No, there's no ETA, man. He's just talking about how they're trying to get a team together. He's got an idea. He's pitching it. They're interested. They're trying to get a team and a slot to work on it, but we'll see.
What bar?
I wanted to ask him what platform, but I didn't get a chance.
It was coming out on Switch 2 on April 9th, but they got delayed.
Got delayed. I did get to ask him like 2 or 3 questions. Like I talked to him a bit, and then afterwards, when Dathan was getting his game signed, chatted with him a little bit. We both did.
What's going on, Jerry? Welcome.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah. He's bald, so we all got that. Yeah,
he's a therapist now. I don't know if people know that.
Oh, right. He's got his got things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Did he talk about his like days at Atari when they're like doing drugs in the back room?
A little bit. Kinda.
Yeah, he's like there. What did he say? So he said there were 2 things big in the 80s.
Something on Rebs.
Something in cocaine.
Something in cocaine, and we're like,
yeah, they're all doing cocaine in the bathroom.
Well,
like,
if you write a game in 5 weeks,
oh
how else are you
yeah,
gonna do that?
Absolutely. Those were wild.
Wild times.
Their offices were in Southern California, or were they in the Bay Area?
The Bay Area, I think,
Okay,
because
yeah.
he said Steve Jobs quit Atari and opened an office right next to them.
Wow. All right, so really cool. You're gonna need to take some video, and we'll show it off next week.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff we haven't even actually gotten to see yet. Like there's an arcade down there. There's wrestling. There's apparently some kind of professional wrestling that's happening there.
Oh, Dathan's got to do that.
There's a giant track set up for the real Mario Kart where you control an actual cart. I forget what it's called. There's Artemis Bridge Simulator, which I love that game, and nobody ever wants to play with me, so I'll probably go to that section and play Artemis Bridge Simulator with a bunch of random nerds.
You did some pinball last night, though, right?
Oh, dudes, yeah. So if you're ever in Phoenix, go to this Cobra Bar and Arcade. We went there. We got in it where they opened right at 4, and we left at 8:10 or something like that, 8:15, and we spent $6 for tokens.
Wow.
So we played the whole time, and we bought $6 of tokens. So
score.
Great value for money. We got there, and there was already a credit in both X-Men and a credit in Dungeons and Dragons, so we played for free right away. Dathan found somebody had just put a bunch of tokens on the table next to him, so we got all those for free. We got $6 of tokens. After we were out of those, we're like, oh, let's get a drink because we're in a bar, we might as well. So we stopped by. It's happy hour. Go at happy hour, because when you get a drink at happy hour, they give you like $4 in tokens for free, and the drinks are discounted.
So
then we had another $8 in tokens, and we're playing through those. And then some random woman came up to us and was like, "Hey,
oh, that's what I was gonna ask next." She gave you her number, and yeah.
No. She gave us her tokens.
So of course.
We got to play even longer.
Were all the pinball machines connected to Stern?
All Stern connected. No connection issues. It was awesome.
Stupid coin jam.
Yeah. Yeah, they had
were living the life.
They had D&D, they had X-Men, they had Godzilla, they had John Wick, Stranger Things, and Metallica all connected. It was great.
Awesome.
And a bunch of old like retro stuff. We played a lot of Smash TV. We tried to play Donkey Kong, but it was busted. But yeah. I beat my brother's high score in Dungeons & Dragons, so now I'm champion.
Are you friends
actually?
with
I
him
became
on
the
the app?
champion. Cobra Bar. I had the top score on the table now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
This is my. There you go. All right. So if you guys have any questions about Game On Expo, ask Eric here and ask Dathan is there. So he's in the chat.
He's
too,
in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. So bug him. The Cobra Bar in Phoenix. Let's give those guys a shout out and give them a good Yelp review, I guess, tonight. I had a good week. I kind of took half the week off because my wife is in Texas right now on work. So I've been Mr. Mom. I did. I was able to take my kids to see the Minecraft movie yesterday, and it's good. Some real nods to arcade culture in that, and then I also thought, if you guys are Napoleon Dynamite fans, there's definitely some subtle nods to Napoleon Dynamite, like the writers or the director, someone's really likes them because before they go to the Minecraft world, they're in Idaho, and it's just like Napoleon Dynamite to me. So
Who direct? Is it Jared Hess directing?
I don't. Maybe Chris knows. I don't even know.
I don't know who directed the movie.
Yeah, Eric is like a video game James Bond, getting all the ladies. Yeah.
I
That's
wish.
the way he
Jared
was.
Hess.
Is it?
Jared Hess was the one that directed it.
There you go. That's
Okay.
why.
So yeah. I try. It's more difficult when you realize all the stuff. You don't tell your wife this while she's here, but my wife does do a lot around the house, getting the kids dressed up in the morning and making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day. It's a lot, I feel if you're a single parent out there, yeah, it's rough work. So I'm ready for her to come back. But anyway, well, we were able to do that, and yes, everyone was happy, and so far, all my kids are alive, so I'm doing good. But I have been able to watch all the Nintendo coverage this week. I don't know how caught up with you guys are, but I've had the highest highs with Nintendo this week and the lowest lows, and just want to punch somebody. So yeah, we'll get to it. Anyone have anything to say before we get into the Nintendo stuff?
Well, after that Nintendo Switch 2, I know Eric's buying 3 of them.
If you guys didn't hear it, so the big thing is today is that Nintendo has delayed the Switch 2 in response to Trump tariffs. Proposed tariffs could raise prices by nearly 50%. The article on Polygon that I read said. So it was supposed to be $449.99, and give shout out to Travis. He was the one who had that, right?
Nailed it.
Yep.
On the button.
On the button.
But that might not be the right price after all. So
Listen, I can't come to blows over what the post tariff price is going to be. That was not something that was into the equation at the time.
Well, that's going to be the next thing to guess.
Especially not a U.S. only global trade world war.
Right.
That's
Us be everyone.
Yeah, us against everyone. That I did not have that on my bingo card, so there's no way I could have put Japanese tariffs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not at the there's no way.
Well, and I was also thinking of you too, the price of these video cards that you've been buying and stuff, Travis.
Mm-hmm.
That's
video card that I will have one of. I already returned one today, and then now I'm down to 2 to figure out which I keep. There's a question of okay,
Dude,
so
you
there's
should have kept
2
it.
things there, right? Well,
yeah, you should have kept it.
because
It's going to go up.
who's going to buy a $1,500 video card when the global recession hits? Right? There's a gamble there.
Yeah. Okay. What post
Because there will be probably and I don't want to get political, but I think that anybody would agree with me. There will be like, if a global recession hits, there will be 1% of the population not drastically affected by it. And they only need so many 50/80s.
So we
So,
were talking about, Dave and I were talking about this on the way to the conference, was like, what's the gaming response going to be? Not just the Nintendo fans for Nintendo,
Right.
like globally, what's the response going to be? And my hypothesis, I guess, was the numbers are already bearing out. I think we like to talk about this number a lot, that most people on Steam are playing a game that's at least 5 years old, right? Something along those lines. Playing older games on
hold
Steam.
on.
And,
Eric, what's going on in that room? Like people are screaming or something.
That's not me.
Do you guys hear that?
That might be here.
I just went on mute, and if you still
Chris
heard it, that wasn't
Chris,
me.
mute your mic. What the heck is going on over there?
Yeah, it sounds like you have.
Okay, I thought that was in the bedroom there.
I think he's doing. I think Chris is doing the podcast from Chuck E. Cheese. That's what I thought.
Okay.
It made sense to me.
The animatronic.
All right, I'm sorry, Eric. Keep going.
No. I think what's gonna. I thought people were gonna go heavily away from consoles that are going to rise in price into Steam and older Steam games that are going to be cheaper, because people are mostly playing cheap games anyway.
Yeah, but yes, they could do that. Again, it'll be what people consider disposable income if a recession hits, right? Like we saw that during the housing crisis, right? Video games and things like that, they tanked. Booze stayed the same. So if people realize, if people think that legacy video games, older video games are booze, then they'll just keep buying them, right? But a lot of people will just not. If and that's a big if, this actually even comes to any form of fruition, aside from just a quick scare and then a rollback, then people will be. I think that if it hits, I mean, the good news is everybody will be broke. I mean, even Australia was hiked with 10%. So I mean, the good news is I mean, it's not good news. I don't mean to make a bad joke, but it'll impact the globe. The way that it's looking right now, it'll impact the globe.
I was thinking, you guys always talk about how you're playing games from 5 years ago or whatever, or older. Like, we're just gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, but they cost. I mean, so for me, playing games that are 5 years old, they're new to PC. So they're still like The Last of Us is $60 for The Last of Us 2, right? So now I do also pepper the games that I play with, indie games like that get recommended to me, or free to play, things like that. So I do have those to fall back on. But to your point, Eric, I think that it would be a real big gamble to keep a hold of the video cards. And on top of that, morally, I don't like doing that. Like every video card that I've had, I've sold at or below what I paid for it. Like every computer component, regardless of what the market's at. I just figured that if I make somebody's day, I make somebody's day. I just don't buy into it. Like now, if I held on to it and I kept it for 10 years and it became an antique, at that point I would be like, yeah, sure. But like something that's like 2 years old, and just because it's hard to get it, I just don't want to take advantage
Sure.
of that.
I mean that, but I think this is a little bit of a different situation, because now you've acquired something whose price is going to go up dramatically.
It already has.
Through no fault of your own, right?
Yeah.
Just because of tariffs.
No,
right? And
even
you didn't
before
have any-
tariffs, I could take these cards that I have and flip them at double. Easily.
Yeah, you could, but that's a
that's why I won't do
induced
it.
short.
Yeah.
That's different. That's different than a tariff induced price.
Yeah, but it still has the
In-
scalper thing, because everybody would own one now if they could.
But what I'm saying is you could sell it at the lower than
Yeah,
tariff
yeah,
price,
yeah.
but higher
That-
than you bought it, and still
That part I
make a
wouldn't
little
have
bit
a
of
moral problem with, but I'd have to deal with somebody on
that's all
eBay
I'm
who's like, hey, he shipped me a brick, and then I'd have to argue that I didn't, and I'd have to provide photo proof. Like, there's every time that I sell something on eBay, That's part of why I never sell anything for much on eBay. Like I always give a big discount because I'm like, I just don't want to deal with the crap. Like I don't want to deal with somebody just as purposely out to just screw somebody over, right? It's
Sure.
work.
Yeah. I get it.
Oh, you'll change your mind next week.
No, the only thing
I
that
don't
could
think so.
happen is like I don't know which of the two things I'm keeping. And one was going to go back today, but I still have both of them in my living room because I got cold feet on like my decision. So we'll see.
All right, are you guys ready to start going over some of the footage that I pulled?
Oh, by the way, one of the reasons why I can't keep this stuff is because
Yeah.
it's a lot of money to house on your credit card. I did forget to be humble in that way. It's a lot of money out right now.
Sure.
Right.
Yep.
The Nintendo Switch 2 system can adapt to suit your situation. However you like to
What are we doing here?
Let's see. This is the
That's Mario speeding away from the American market.
Right.
Get away from these tariffs. That's what he's doing.
Play anywhere you go.
yeah.
This looks cool.
Yeah.
So Donkey Kong was the surprise, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Why is that? Is that because they've just ignored the Donkey Kong franchise for a long time?
Well, they've done a couple side scrolling ones for
Mhm.
Donkey Kong, but nothing open world really. I think they did a Donkey Kong game on the Nintendo 64 that was kind of similar. Is that right, Chris?
The system's thickness remains the same.
You think we're gonna get copyright straight? I don't think so.
It's
You're
bigger.
talking about
Approximately
Donkey Kong
double the pixels
64.
compared to Switch.
Yeah.
You can enjoy games
I
in greater
don't know if it
detail on
was
the
open
1080p
world.
screen.
Sorry, hold on. I brought your volume
Yeah.
down since you were your party was going
The
on.
screen supports
All
up
right,
to 100
talk now.
frames per second, allowing for smoother
Can you
gameplay
hear me
and smoother
now?
titles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did make a Donkey Kong 64, which did have 3D gameplay, but I think it was still,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't think it's quite as, I don't know. This new one looks like they're just doing a whole lot with it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to I got video for the Donkey Kong here too. So, but just
Okay.
looking at the overall device, what do you guys think? Just
Meatball's
looking
good.
at the renders here or whatever.
Yeah, the
Yeah, Meatball's
interesting-
not a fan.
So the interesting thing about this is in the PC world, I saw kind of some people raining on the parade of Switch 2 fans with, I guess it's 4K performances, like just abysmal. And so, so it's
The
still
original Switch?
No, the Switch 2.
Oh, this. Okay.
Yeah, like its 4K performance is abysmal in the AAA titles that, they kind of were saying
That's-
like, hey, this is going to be, we're going to get these AAA titles that PC and Steam Deck have.
Oh,
Right.
That's why that
Mhm.
matters.
That's why it matters because it's trying to compete with like Steam Deck, right?
Yeah. Okay. I was going to ask, why does that matter? Because they've never tried. to
No,
compete
I think they're
before, but now,
yeah,
you're
and
right.
I mean they kind of have to in a way because that's really the only place that they can go to with this. To be honest, bigger screen and then what? Like magnetic Joy-Cons. Who cares, right? So this would have to be a better piece of hardware for them to really get it going, right?
Yeah, the thing they're talking about here though is they're built the kind of the Switch for more of a party kind of fun atmosphere. It's got the microphone. It's got they want you to add a video camera or whatever. Have more of a social setting, and bring in your friends. What a concept.
Yeah.
They've definitely.
It's
they've
too
def-
late. It's too late
Yeah,
for that.
they've definitely.
It's too late. Everyone else has done that. The Discord does that. Everybody who's doing that goes to Discord and
Right.
does that. That's not a competitive advantage anymore. It would have been 10 years ago, 5 years ago even, but they screwed up the Switch release and their social integration in the Switch. I have to type out your gamer pass code or whatever it is. It's like some weird 16-digit hash in order to friend you on the Switch. That was their death to any kind of social.
Well, now,
function.
have you seen you can make just a QR code, and you can.
It doesn't matter. Everyone's already on Discord, already talking to people on Discord.
I'm saying,
that's
but,
what people.
but
That's what
the millions of people that own Switches aren't on Discord.
Okay, so what are they supposed? They're supposed to be using the Nintendo app in conjunction with their Switch in order to talk to people.
Well, that's not happening. I'm saying, yeah.
No.
I'm saying most of them are probably messaging on Instagram or whatever, or Facebook.
So yeah, so the choice becomes, okay, do I want to play Elden Ring on my Switch 2 and set up my camera and talk to people while I'm playing Elden Ring, or do I just want to play Elden Ring on my PC or whatever else, my PlayStation or whatever? It's dumb. I don't think it's gonna take off.
But it's got something that those don't have, Eric. It has Microsoft
What?
Teams. Okay.
Does it have Microsoft Teams?
If you look at that video of the playing with other people, it's exactly like Microsoft Teams, and
Yeah.
it is just it's such a horrible. Like if I want to
Here's
play
more
with
of the
other
social
people,
video.
if I want to play with other people, I don't need to see like names of the people I'm playing with down in my play like that. Just that whole thing
that
is,
does eat into your game. That's dumb.
Yeah, I want to see my
Yeah,
screen
me too.
too.
and I mean, hopefully it's a case where you can get rid of that so you don't have to see those names. Because I don't, if somebody's talking and I'm playing with 3 other people, I don't need to see who's talking to me. I should know these people.
Yeah, same here.
And
I was surprised about the camera with the. How are they going to make it? Like the one thing that I've always been surprised with Nintendo is how like family focused it is for protecting kids, and that's what the camera opens up a whole can of worms with that. That's why I was surprised that they announced it.
Well, there's going to be I guess they've updated their parental controls that who you let your kids talk to is can be locked down, which I'm happy to hear about.
Maybe they've integrated the Silicon Valley not hot dog algorithm.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying is it won't. It does. It's just I mean. It's not that it's bad. Like, I mean, that's bad, yes, but it's not that Nintendo going this direction is something that I completely disagree with. I don't want to blame people who are assuming people are going to be good people, but I just anticipate the headline, that something inappropriate happened. A parent walked in on something that they were surprised a Nintendo could do.
Yeah,
right. Because Nintendo is like a toy in parents' minds,
right?
So that's what I was kind of surprised that they did that. I'm not saying it's good or bad. Well, the thing that I said could happen is bad, but I'm not saying that Nintendo having a camera is a bad idea. I just was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah. Well, hasn't Nintendo had a camera before though? Didn't they have one on the Wii U or?
The Game Boy technically had a camera.
Right.
I mean, it depends on what we're talking about.
Yeah, internet connected, I guess, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What were you going to say, though, Chris?
Oh, I mean, the camera's going to be $40, and it's
$50 actually.
Is it 50?
Yeah. Where's it made? Because what about tariffs? That's what's going to save the kids. That's why Trump did this. He's thinking of the children.
I mean, the fact that it's a USB-C camera, so you can plug it into anything. I'm kind of.
So hang on. One thing.
I'll buy the camera just to use on my computer.
Yeah.
If it's USB-C, that might work. One thing I was curious about. Okay, for me, the big tentpole Nintendo franchises are like Zelda and Metroid. Mario, sure, okay, fine, but Mario's mostly 2-player, unless you get it to like Mario Kart or whatever. I'm just talking about regular Mario World Land, whatever. And the other ones are one player. Like Metroid's one player, Zelda's one player. What's the social ad here for their tentpole?
Well, I'll get to the. I have more of
Yeah.
the Zelda video
Franchise.
later, but at least on Zelda, like if you've made a like really crazy contraption in Breath of the Wild, or not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, you'll be able
Mhm.
to easily share that with your friends, which I like. Or say someone's like created a crazy race car or whatever online, like an amazing.
Sure, you don't need a camera to do that.
I'm not talking about the camera. I thought you were saying about the social aspects.
Okay, yeah, cool. I mean, you can the way that you can save video on Switch is clunky.
Right.
If they make that less clunky, that's
Yeah.
cool. But that's not really
That makes me
social. They're pitching social as synchronous communication.
Go back in
with
this video where
friends.
these people are sitting on this couch.
Yeah. See?
No, go back.
They look happy.
Go back. Rewind this video.
Where-
Go back
Right
to
here?
where they're sitting on the couch.
I think they're all on
And-
separate
and that-
couches.
That's the
I don't
use
care.
case I'm
Keep
talking
going.
about.
Back.
That's-
This
It
guy's
showed
on
them all
the
together.
floor.
They showed them all together at one point.
I don't know where they're all together.
I'm not talking about the use case of sending something
Okay,
to
hold on. It's
to a
coming
server
up.
that other people can look
One,
at
those
later.
are awful stakes.
These kids don't know how to cut a steak. Why would you cut it
Two,
exactly in half?
I don't even know. So game chat.
To see if it's cooked right. All right, there's your camera.
Yeah, so that's $50.
You have to pay for chat.
Yeah, you will after a year.
Oh, you have to pay for chat.
How much is Discord? Sorry, I forgot how much Discord
I
is.
don't know.
Well, if you pay for Nitro, it's $9.99 a month.
No, but if like I just want to talk to my friends and see them, how much is that?
$0.
It's zero. Oh, it's $0? Okay, that's interesting.
Well, in the game chat, if you have adopted family plan members, you know, it's free to use.
It's zero. Being a proud member.
I mean, so many of the features on this feel like they're wanting to force people into the Nintendo Switch Online
Yeah.
bubble. Is really what it is because like
Mario Party.
the upgrades for Switch 1 to Switch 2 style games are going to be free if you're on the Nintendo Switch Online.
Mhm.
And if you aren't, they're going to be $20 a piece.
The thing we're missing here is Dathan. Like, Dathan would be is Dathan still with you, Eric? Like,
No, he's here
like
all
this
this.
is what happened the last time we had Switch video.
He'll write in
You
chat.
guys started hating on all this,
Yes.
and like I know Dathan is gonna buy this, and I'm pretty sure he's pumped up. Like I'm excited
no, Eric's
for
on
this.
my family plan. Say.
Like I'm the only. I feel like I'm going 3 against 1 here again.
No, I didn't. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
well-
it's bad. I didn't say any of it is bad.
no,
I think it's fine.
But like Dathan
Look.
again is like mysteriously not here. Like he's
And
here,
it is
but he's not here.
$449, which I think is a value in today's market.
No.
for this.
That's
No,
what
I know.
it
Well,
was.
even
You don't know what it is.
Their intention was fine with it at the price point that they put it at.
Here's the parental controls. All right. Moving on.
And Eric, they'll just
I
make
have
it in
another
America.
social one.
It's easy to set up Nintendo factories. We'll do it tomorrow.
Chris can get you off from your plan now. He's gonna make you pay a little bit. All right, you gotta invite.
Hey, how was class?
It's good. Oh, I invited Jen too. What you doing?
it was terrible.
I am saving Hyrule right now. Let me show you.
Oh, good.
Saving Hyrule. My hero.
What are you up to?
I am being.
What?
Yeah, we probably won't use that very much.
When's the last time you made a phone call to a friend?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
this
even
is.
call.
When's
I
the
don't
last
even
time you
call
did that?
Chris. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is it's Microsoft Teams. It's such a great. I can put myself in the video too while I'm playing.
I think it would be cool if
Mhm.
you were streaming something, like if we had a new game and I had 4 of you here and like I'd have you all at the same screen. Like I think that would look good.
Spoilers.
Maybe. But yeah, just like randomly messaging someone is, yeah, it's not something we do in 2025. I agree with you. Yeah, don't tell us what to do.
You can do all of this stuff for free elsewhere. That's my
Yeah.
ultimate, like, why.
But it's Nintendo, so like,
Yeah, I mean, if
more
the user,
fun.
if there are people that don't do this, Eric. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think Nintendo serves that market.
Yeah, but do you think they're going to start doing it on Nintendo for a fee when they could just play a game alone?
That I don't know, right? Like that I don't know.
I think those people are the people who are very likely to just
Yeah.
not deal with it at all and just
Yeah,
play
I
the
think-
game
I
because they
think
bought
that's
a Nintendo game.
a
They just
fair
won't play.
point. Yeah. But
Some people here are
people
very
buy
content to
subs like
play their
crazy.
retro games.
Well, people
Well,
buy
and that-
subscriptions and sign up for services all the time, you know?
That's what I'm saying is I feel like all these features, these complaints of the prices for each one of these little things, they're all included with the Nintendo Switch Online, which makes me think it really is just a case of we want to force you guys into our online
Yeah.
atmosphere, our bubble and everything. And it's not it's kind of a scummy approach in that way that they're wanting to force everybody to buy into it.
Man, that frame rate looks horrible.
But if it stays at the price it currently is, where I pay $80 a year for 8 people to be on my plan, you know, I'm getting essentially $10 a person for a year is what I pay. So it ends up being cheaper than Xbox's Game Pass and Sony's.
sure.
So I mean, it's a good deal. But if it comes out, you know, they release the Switch 2 and they're like, hey, we're now raising the price of the Nintendo Switch Online to $200 a year, then it's kind of like, I don't know.
I do like.
Yeah, okay. I didn't realize. I thought it was all just an ad to the Switch Online was a price, and then if you wanted to add
for
video
$2.
chat, it's an extra price. But if it's all included, okay, that might be a
Travis, you're saying about the
so.
video chat, like how it looks choppy. Like I actually, you know, I don't mind that too bad. Like if it's not, it'd be nice if it was super crisp. But at least Nintendo isn't like showing that, and then when we get it home, like we'd actually get what it really looks like. I appreciate how they're being honest with everyone.
Well, I didn't realize that the choppiness wasn't the live game and that it was the stream. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. The stream is at the bottom. I don't know if you
Yeah.
can move that around with their UI or whatever.
But they are using, if I recall correctly, they're using NVIDIA's DLSS upscaling technology to try to get the 4K at 60 and then the 1080p at 120. That'll be interesting to see how well it works. DLSS is great on PC. It's great with an actual RTX video card, in my opinion, but there are people who hate it. And their complaints are valid. I'm just not sensitive to what they see. But that being said, it goes through hurdles and it hits stumbling blocks, like the frame generation for sure has with the 3-time and 4-time frame gen that they're doing. Yeah, so it'll just be interesting to see how good of quality it is when it comes out. But I'm guessing that with the Nintendo, they've got a good QA department, so I'm guessing it'll be pretty polished when it comes out. On PC, it wasn't.
Yeah. I think the thing is, even with all these extra features, it's all about the games in the end.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, PC, you can't say that this new Mario Kart World is going to be on there right now.
No, Nintendo's the one gatekeeper for all their stuff. They're the one holdout.
Well, what the promo is. Now we'll have another conversation later on tonight about the pricing for that too. Yeah, we'll go on for $80. You guys aren't ready for that. I feel like the internet wasn't ready for that. All right, I got Mario Kart World video. Do you guys play Mario Kart?
My kids do.
I
Travis
double dash.
What? Eric,
I played Double Dash.
Yeah, okay. Was that
I've
on the
played it.
GameCube? Yeah,
Cube.
yeah.
I've played Mario Kart, like a couple of them, but I don't play them actively.
I swear, I think my Switch is like over 100 hours on Mario Kart 8.
Yeah,
Like
It's-
my family loves it.
yeah.
I believe Mario Kart 8 is the most played Switch game,
Oh yeah, and it's their most
and it was
popular-
a
it's best.
it was a
selling game by
release
far.
it was a release title too. So
Yeah, so very smart. They got us as a day one release, but man, people are pissed off about the price.
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree with that, Dathan.
Dathan is still here.
Yeah.
I'm going to debate that all day.
Yeah,
Dathan.
actually, I disagree with you, Dathan. I think Mario Kart 8 is the best one I've played. Like, I don't know, the amount of tracks in it, the amount of characters, seeing like stuff like, you know, Chris and I saw it played competitively at Mario Kart Live in Seattle. That was cool. Really
Yeah, but
cool.
the simplicity of 64 was cool. Like, it was cool. It was super easy for a newcomer to actually want to jump in and try it. I've watched friends of ours not want to try Mario Kart 8 because it looks too complicated. Just the aesthetic looks too much for them. You know?
Yeah, how old's your friend?
What's that?
How old
Well,
is this friend?
I've seen teenagers not want to play it because of that.
Oh, okay.
And then I've seen people my age say like, no, but usually it's teens. They're like, I'm okay. I don't know how to play it. Whereas
Chris,
with
can you
Mario
back me
Kart
up?
64, everybody just grabbed a controller and gave it a try.
I disagree. I think Mario Kart 8 is better than the Mario Kart 64. And not only that, Mario Kart 64 on the whole controller on the 64 is shit.
I don't even
The
remember
Pro
it.
Controller
That could be,
blows
yeah.
it out of the water. Right, Chris? I'm right, Chris. Come on.
Well, I never played Mario Kart 64, so I did play Mario Kart 8, and I liked Mario Kart 8. So, and I like what they did with Mario Kart 8. To be honest,
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm getting ganged up here, and I wish Dathan, you're like he's conveniently lost his voice. Like, oh man, seriously, it's gonna be 3 against 1 night. All right,
but
fine, bring it on.
The fact that this Mario Kart World Tour, I think it was the Treehouse yesterday, they showed gameplay of it, and one of the levels, the end of the level was the original Donkey Kong game, where Donkey Kong was at the end throwing the barrels, and you have to dodge the barrels and then go between his legs. And I'm kind of, to me, I was like, that looks really cool. So, you know, I'm kind of excited for this one. I also like the idea of free roam.
Yeah, free roam sounds cool. Like, I would love. I can tell my kids are excited to just go off and see what they can find.
And
like,
ultimately, because they said that it's going to be a bundle deal, it's going to be $50 more with Mario Kart 8 in the bundle. If I buy a Switch 2, which I planned on doing, it's going to be the bundle. I'm not going to pay $90 for a physical game.
Physical games might be dead.
I still have tons of Switch 1 games I haven't beaten. So I've got games. And honestly, if Nintendo is like, hey, we're going to start releasing all of our games at $80 or $90, and it's not just one game that's priced at that amount.
By the way,
stick with my wallet and I won't buy games.
Dathan, the whole thing about the $90 stuff was just a rumor that the internet made up.
Oh, so that wasn't anything confirmed.
Somehow one of the news sites got $90 in there, and it was never $90.
Well, the problem with the physical copy is it's just a key. It's not even a game anymore.
Well, it's the
They're
key
gonna have
cards that they're talking about. You know how when you go and pick up a Xbox or PlayStation game that says digital only game, in a lot of cases,
I mean, I don't because I don't have
I-
those platforms, but I understand that's a thing people do.
But
Yes.
that's what Nintendo's trying to do, is instead of having like
Sure.
the sneaky little, oh, it's a digital only box you're paying for with a code in it, instead we're going to give you a game card that has the code on it. So instead of you having to sit there and type something in, you plug it in and it downloads the game for you.
Sure, but my point is that that's fundamentally different than going to the store and buying, Metroid Dread, and going wherever you go and plug it in. You put the card in to the Switch. You can play that game immediately because you bought the game. You don't have to attach to an internet connection and download the actual data to play the game. You bought the game. Now, granted, the game, when you get to an internet connection, might update, and games get updates. I understand that, but if I'm buying a game, I should be able to play it immediately without downloading it, without needing an internet connection. So you're not buying a game anymore.
That's not all their games. So, like, I believe CD Projekt Red said with Cyberpunk 2077, the entire game is going to be on the cartridge.
It depends on how big
Okay.
the file size is going to be, because I think the what's the file size you can put on one of these carts? 64 gigs, something. If it's bigger than that, they're going to go to that game key crap. And what was the one they were doing? Elden Ring. Elden Ring is going to be a game key. So, but I already have Elden Ring on Xbox. Like, I don't need to get it on Switch.
And I've got it on my computer, and my computer file for Elden Ring is like 128 gigs. So it's
next video. Oh, here's the game.
I really can't see that one being on it.
I love this music.
Nintendo.
Did you guys have a GameCube? Yeah, Eric did.
Yeah.
Travis, do you have one?
Yeah,
You did have one.
that was the one Nintendo that I bought next to the
okay.
Switch here.
Yeah.
Because
Cool,
I played Eternal Darkness, right?
Eternal Darkness.
Oh, nice.
You were
Yeah,
stoked
and
on
it's
that
the
game.
one that they're not actually going to remaster, so I'm out.
Eternal Dark. Well, I thought, they're reporting it, right? Eternal
Yeah, but not
Darkness
that
was
one.
the one in Chris's video game store that I always saw on the shelf that no one picked up.
You know what I do when I want to play Wind Waker on GameCube? I play Wind Waker on GameCube.
But what if you don't have a GameCube anymore?
Then you're not a fan. That's cool. You don't have to be
You're
a
a
Nintendo
gatekeeper,
fan.
man.
It's fine.
Yeah, it was amazing. What games do you think they're going to port here? So, did you guys play the F-Zero game on GameCube? It was freaking awesome.
Was it? I didn't
It
play
was
no.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks cool.
Luigi's Mansion. I'm hoping that they do the Star Wars games. They probably won't, but Rebel Assault.
Eternal
Rebel Strike.
Darkness was my favorite one, and then I had the Listen Zelda game. That was not my favorite one. Yeah, get rid of that crap.
That was 64.
Was that 64?
Yeah, that was Ocarina
Did they
of
not
Time.
bring it over to GameCube though?
I don't think so.
Huh.
They did. If you had the
Majora's
Master, no, it was like a special N64 that
I didn't see
had our GameCube game that had Ocarina of Time and
Yeah, that's the one.
Master Quest on it. I
Yeah,
believe.
I had that. Yeah. That's what I had.
Super Mario Strikers was fun. Oh, my kids are gonna love playing Luigi's Mansion again. Well, they never
Well,
played
hey,
the first one, but
People will finally be able to play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and not have to pay $450 on eBay for a copy.
Oh, there you go.
the GameCube market has gone out of hand. Like, have you guys seen any GameCube games at your at the show you're at? Like,
Oh, there's plenty.
It's
Yeah.
gotten
They
ridiculous.
started spiking in price like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. 3
So
years ago.
I do appreciate when you can hurt the scalpers a little bit with this kind of service. You can't deny that.
I mean, they're not really scalpers at that point, because I don't see a ton of people who have cornered the market on, Twilight Princess and are jacking up the price. It's just Twilight Princess is kind of rare and people liked it, So the price is $125 because that's the price.
Meatball Saucy had a girlfriend. What is this? Oh, his wife. His wife. Okay. Where's the? All right, sorry, bro. Yeah, you'll be able to camp out for this. Apparently, yeah. So we might do that at Best Buy. Would that be fun? Oh, let's go to the Zelda stuff. I have Zelda video.
I think I'm just going to show up at Best Buy and record video of people.
Didn't your brother used to work at Best Buy? Can he like get us in, like take it off the truck? Where is Alicrian?
He did used to work at Best Buy.
Can you still sneak in there, Alicrian? Did he leave on good terms?
I think so. I mean,
I'm just kidding. I don't care. No, the graphics on the Zelda games look a little better. Are any of you guys excited about that? Maybe finishing Tears of the Kingdom or anything? Did he have a section? We won't go into that, but it loads faster, so they're showing that off here. Lot faster load times. See, where is Dathan right now? Is Dathan excited? Just have him give Eric a thumbs up or a thumbs down right now. Halfway.
He's got a half up for it.
Okay. Because like Zelda is his baby.
That's true.
And I got Metroid next for Eric, but
you're trying to sell me a Metroid game that I can get on Switch for Switch 2? Is that what you're trying to do right now? Or you're about
yeah,
to?
well, I'm just that's what Nintendo's trying to do. I got the
cool, bro. Cool. You want me to spend more than $450 to buy a more expensive version of the game that I could pay less for and just play it on my Switch? Yeah, right. Okay.
But Eric, it comes with a bottle of lube.
Oh, okay. Oh, worth it.
not in the digital copy.
I mean, let's be real. You're talking to the guy who just got a Wii. Like, I just got.
What year is it?
I could wait. I got time.
All right. Ask Dathan: Is the whole Switch 2 a meh?
You're almost
regarding
really?
Just regarding price.
7.5.
Is he excited? I don't care about the
7.5
price.
meh.
Just say, is he excited? Yes or no?
Like on a scale from meh to excited.
Like meh, like right there.
Because he's gonna get it.
Wait, say that again.
About a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
That's a buy.
But I want to wait till the tariff thing is done.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the
He's-
prices
he-
right now.
yeah.
Just
Sure.
the whole everything else. Who cares what it costs? Well, we do care
So-
what it costs. But
So Eric will buy a Switch 2 in 20 years.
20 years, yeah, I'll do it.
He's got his Wii, which came out in 2006. So, you know, just stick to the schedule, Eric. 20 years, you'll have a Switch 2. It'll be good.
It's fine. I'll play it. I'll get there.
Alikarian says he recommends just waiting for fall to get one. We have no idea how much stock, and no console launch is ever well stocked. They want to manufacture scarcity to drive demand.
I recommend waiting 20 years.
I do not, because I think hopefully in 20 years there'll be something even better. I hope. I will stay positive.
And you can play that too in 40
Arcade
years.
Claw Machine version 2.
1 second, guys. Hold on, I gotta talk to my daughter real quick.
Mario Kart. What are you looking forward to, Ryan?
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah, right.
All right.
I was getting a question.
Now the show can start. Now we can really get going, you know.
Let me load up my soundboard.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna have Zelda on loop for the next hour.
Yeah. So back to Game On Expo. It was fewer. It's also an anime dork convention, so a bunch of anime dorks are running around there, which means there's less game stuff, related stuff, than at like Portland Retro Game Expo. Even though that was maybe smaller.
Square footage wise, I think yes, but compacted PRGE was game wise.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So square footage, we think Game On's bigger,
So,
but the amount of game stuff there is less.
so when you say anime, are you talking just like movies, shows, or is it just people dressing up as like Japanese characters from anime?
Yes, all of that.
Okay.
It's all of that.
So there's a lot of plot hanging out all over the place.
Uh-huh. You could say that.
So okay.
The plot thickens, if you will.
But
I'm sorry for that.
price wise, is it a good deal compared to PRGE?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's way less
Absolutely.
to get in. But deal, yeah. I mean, there's. It's hard to say deal wise because usually you get better deals like on Sunday.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, look, I get to be the bottom.
My daughter had a bad dream, so she woke up. So I had to go. I'm all by myself.
Let's wake up.
I'm Mr. Mom right now. Sorry.
Yeah, we get it. Good job. Family first.
All right, so I'm back.
So question from Dathan,
Yeah.
Ryan. What game? I'm going to modify it slightly. What Nintendo Switch exclusive game are you excited for?
Should I
Or
go,
set
should I go to that video?
Starting at the beginning here,
Right here.
what you're gonna see.
Okay. This is not a Nintendo 2 exclusive game, so this doesn't count.
Right, but somewhere I saw the graphics look much improved on the new one.
Not what I asked you. Not an answer to the question. Yeah.
Yes, we definitely need to do that, Meatball Saucy.
We did last time. Let's keep the tradition going.
But did you watch this video?
I'm sorry, maybe you didn't
All
hear my
right,
question.
what's give me the question.
What Switch 2 exclusive are you excited for?
All right, is your point there are no Switch 2 exclusives?
I'm asking you. You said you're very excited on a scale from meh to very excited. It seems like you skew very excited, and I'm asking. Dathan is asking, which game you're excited for. I'm asking you. Which
is the Donkey Kong
exclusive?
game exclusive to Switch 2?
I believe it is.
So I guess that one.
Okay, so
Mario Kart
then-
World. Excuse me, Mario Kart World. That's a Switch
Okay.
2 exclusive.
So Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza are worth whatever price they're going to charge. Or do we know the answer to that yet?
We don't know what they're going to charge it, but
We don't know.
No.
I'm probably gonna get it.
So it's worth whatever they're going to charge.
Well, I do have a. I can't. I don't want to pay anything they want, but like I don't know what. I've never
Let's
paid
say
more than
it's
$100.
certainly worth $449.
What's that?
Or let's $580.
$550 for the base model and $600 for the card.
Yeah, 580. Yeah. I'm getting it.
$580 for those two games and the hardware. But we're saying 50% more potentially because of tariffs. Would you get it then at 50% more?
Yeah, I'm still getting this somehow. I don't care. I still want it.
So those two games alone are worth it.
Well, it's not going to be just those two games. If you're saying that this is the only two games that it's going to have forever and it's locked down.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for you to spend 50% above the previous asking price right out of the gate. Yeah. It's worth it. Those two games motivate you to pay with that price.
Yeah, I want to play this as soon as it comes out on Switch 2, if I can.
Okay.
So maybe I'm the only one here in the chat or whatever that feels like that, but like I don't know. I'm kind of, for me personally, I'm not into the retro gaming. I think I've talked about this a little bit. Like I'm not into the retro gaming stuff as much as you guys are. And there's Eric with his Wii. Like I feel like I played all that already. I'm ready for a new Metroid. Like I've been waiting for Metroid 4 for what? When was the last one that came out?
Wait? You've played every other Metroid? Is that right?
I'm pretty sure I played 3. I know I played 1 and 2.
No. That's not what I asked you. You've played every other Metroid?
The all the ones on the DS or whatever? No.
There's many Metroids on every system.
But I'm talking about these Metroids.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about every Metroid.
Yeah. I'm
different
right.
scope. Different scope. I mean, some of us want to play all
right.
of it.
I played Metroid Dread, the last one.
Yeah, it was a great game. Yeah.
Oh.
What about Dustblood?
That looks weird. I got super weird vibes from that one.
I've seen all the memes that are like it's Bloodborne 2, but because of copyright reasons, we can't call it Bloodborne 2 because Sony owns the rights to Bloodborne, and From Software obviously wants to make Bloodborne 2. So I don't know. I actually kind of like the idea of that one. I thought that one was kind of interesting, but yeah, it really is a case of the Donkey Kong game. If they showed us nothing but Switch 1 games that could be upgraded to Switch 2 and then showed off Donkey Kong, I think Donkey Kong has me excited enough to be like, I want to buy a Switch 2 so I can play that game specifically. Whether I get it on launch day or not, I don't know. Because it really is going to be a case of I'm not going to sit here and go online or do like I saw everybody doing yesterday on the Nintendo Treehouse, which was drop the price. It's like, speak with your wallet.
Eric,
you don't want to pay the price, don't buy the system.
Eric, have you ever bought a system on launch day before? Let me throw that at you.
Yeah, I did. I bought a Nintendo DS on launch day for my girlfriend.
And was it fun? Did you guys, was it a good experience? I
never played it. I gave it to her with Nintendogs, and she played a bunch of Nintendogs.
But it was your girlfriend. It wasn't you that bought it for yourself.
No, I've never bought one for myself on launch day.
So I'm saying that is an experience to itself. Buying a system on launch day.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
Like my favorite, like buying the Sega Dreamcast on launch day on $99.99 and getting all those games. It was like one of my best days of all time. Period. End of story.
If that's what you value, then that's what you value. I'm not trying to.
Because I'm a crazy person.
I don't think you're crazy. I think most gamers are that way. I think if anything, I'm not the typical gamer, and I keep saying
and I appreciate your view. Like this makes for good YouTube. I think the guys in the chat appreciate it too.
The problem here,
I think I'm the atypical person here.
The problem is that you're always trying to come off like a typical gamer, and you just don't fall into any of the
right.
So we
really
just can't figure it out. You know, it's like you keep saying, like, "Hey guys, I'm just like you. I love video games. I'm just like every other gamer," and then you say weird things like, "By the way, I'm playing Inscription."
Just like you guys, I also own a Pac-Man suit. That's what I keep saying. It's like it's fine. Right. So it's shocking for me to hear you say that, Chris, that Donkey Kong alone is worth it, because I don't think I like any Donkey Kong game, any of them.
Chris,
I think 2 was probably my favorite. Donkey Kong Country 2. But yeah, I mean, I can see it because the Donkey Kong games in general, the country ones especially, they're kind of in this weird space, kind of like Ninja Gaiden, where there's people that enjoy them. They love the difficulty of them. I hate the difficulty of them.
So do I.
But Donkey Kong Country 2, I had a ton of fun with, and I
Huh.
enjoyed the game. And there's something about the destructible environment. I think I think I'm in my, if I could be a demolition man as a job, that's what I'd love to do. And so I've come to this point where when it comes to finding games that I play nowadays, if there's destructible environments, destructible anything, I'm like, I'm all on board, because now I can just destroy the shit out of everything I see. And so I think that's really what the Donkey Kong game is like, kind of sucking me in on, is that I'm just like, I love the idea of being able to destroy the environment and it being continuous. So if you go into the 3D map for the world, you can see where you've destroyed things, which I think is a really cool idea.
Are you a big fan of Wreck-It Ralph?
He is Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, the original Wreck-It Ralph. I didn't like the second one too much.
Fair, that's fair.
But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping there's going to be more games that they start announcing for the Switch 2 that kind of bring more people over. I'm also hoping that when all is said and done, they come out and they say, "Hey, look, our games are $60. They're not $90. We don't know where you guys got $90 from. Our drunk girlfriend down in Australia was wrong. Sorry about that, guys." You know, whatever the case may be.
Well, it is a whole thing, though. They did say that Mario Kart World is $80. I don't know if they said the price point on this game, but I'm pretty sure I saw that the price point on the Donkey Kong game was $70. Why is Donkey Kong $10 cheaper than Mario Kart?
Yeah, that's weird.
That is...
They're both big titles for Nintendo, and they usually have pretty consistent pricing, so that seems anomalous.
Yeah.
We're going back to the days of the N64 and Toys R Us ads, where various cartridges were different prices. There was no... It's a Wild West out here.
Yes, I will say, and people have been sharing images of that online. Like, yeah, there was $80 games or whatever, but I will say that the thing no one talks about is the value of the dollar was much greater back then. So now it's like even harder.
If you adjust for inflation, things should be more expensive.
Yeah, it's more of a pain to your wallet now than it was and it's much more disposable.
You're saying the opposite of what I'm saying. I think you're saying the opposite of what I'm saying.
I'm saying it's not easier than it was. I mean, I was younger and I didn't have a good job when I was 16 or whatever. But I'm saying that I think people were able to buy those games, and it wasn't as much as a problem as it's going to be now.
My point is that Super Nintendo games used to be like $55, $60, $54 or something like that back in the day. I don't know. We can look at some Toys R Us ads or whatever. But if you adjust for inflation from 1993 to now, it should be more than $60 a game. It should be more than $70 a game.
Let's see.
When the price of eggs is is something,
sure.
it was not like that back in 95, 96.
No. You did get more from even adjusted for inflation, sure.
Right. So yeah, I guess I'm really enjoying the Metroid stuff here.
No, yeah, I got super excited watching this trailer. I did.
But yeah, going back to we don't know right now. There's no pre-order date. I did do the online pre-order with Nintendo directly. Well, I did you put in your email address, and they got to check if you've played 50 hours on your Switch and you actually have an. I do appreciate that kind of stuff. So we're weeding out the scalpers from Nintendo directly, but Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop, they were all supposed to go live on April 9th, and now it doesn't sound like that's the case. Unless you're in Canada or Mexico or UK, like, you're going to get it first, sounds like. Kongs R Us, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Dude, good to
Maybe.
hear from you.
Good to see you.
Here we go.
Super chat for the late night. Super chat for Ryan Summer. Super chat for Chris and Eric and Travis. Fuck yeah, super chat.
Yeah. I saw that Chris was in the Kongs R Us. I saw your stream on last Thursday, and like, why is everyone talking about me in the chat? It's because Chris dropped $20 in his super chat, and it's like, Garage Gamer needs to get a casino cade. And I'm like, what the
Claw
heck
machine.
is this? Like,
Claw machine.
no one told me you were going to do that.
Claw
I
machine.
said claw machine.
Yeah, claw machine, whatever it is. I'm like, why is everyone talking about me? I was like, no one's invited me to this show. I just dropped in because he was talking pinball, or he was talking about WonderCon,
Mhm.
and I was like, all right, whatever. Like, we'll go with it. Yeah. So yeah,
That's
Chris,
what it's all about.
he's got some. It is funny now. You're going into some of my Kongs R Us. You're the man, dude. I'm jealous you got to go to WonderCon. I'm gonna have to go to WonderCon in upcoming years if they're doing all the cool stuff.
The nacelle stuff was there this year, right?
Yeah, so Kongs. I don't know if you saw the nacelle. They did a whole panel there, and
I watched some of
Mondo
that.
was there. I love they're doing so much more toy stuff than they do up here in the Northwest, and I don't know. It looks like a really fun con. A really fun con.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another. He's paying you back now, buddy. Thank you.
It's all about passing the bit forward, all around.
Thank you, Kongs R Us. You didn't have to do that.
It was a very informative video though when he was talking about the Alice Wonderland pinball machine.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was like a thing. I guess I've been kind of out of the home arcade space. Like, I think everyone in the chat been drooling over this stuff, but there's an Alice in Wonderland pinball machine that's kind of been a Kickstarter, and it's under $1,000.
Yeah,
and they showed it off. Like, maybe they've shown it off before, but they showed it off in person, maybe for one of the first times at WonderCon
it was
last week.
Kong's video was the flippable demo, so it didn't have a lot of the programming or anything or sounds and lights.
Meatball Saucy, jeez, thank you, bro. I'm not getting a claw machine. Stop it. Thank you. All right, but anyway, I need to get down to Southern California for one of these trips because I can never get into Comic-Con in San Diego. I'm not that cool yet. I know Dathan can go. Dathan gets in, but Garage Gamer can't. Yeah,
you just gotta offer to be a.
This stream has gone off the rails. All right, but yeah, do we have any more final thoughts on Switch before we move on? I don't know what we're gonna move on to, but so all right, are you guys gonna get one this year? If we don't know what the price is, but are you interested in getting one? I'm thinking Eric is a no, right?
With the current lineup of games, I would say no, but Hyrule, the Hyrule Adventures, whatever the new one is, Heroes of Hyrule. What's the
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, depending on how that hits me, we'll see. But right now, no.
Is Travis a no? I believe he is a no.
I don't know yet. I don't know.
He's thinking about it.
I don't know. Maybe I might grab it. Yeah, I gotta wait till. I've got to wait to see if it works in my living space and if it's something that I would be interested in playing where it's going to be.
Is Dathan, are you saying probably not at launch, so you're probably not going to get it at launch? I find that hard to believe. You're going to get it at launch, bro.
Probably not till more games.
The 007 could be cool too. That there's a 007 game announced for it, but I don't know when that's
I
gonna
didn't
hit.
talk about that. There's going to be a James Bond game. Right.
Right.
Meatball
So-
Saucy is getting it, right? No, I guess he's not.
He's not.
Yes, Chris is getting. You're getting it this year, right?
I will be getting it this year. I don't know if
Are you
I'm
going
going
to try to get it on launch or what?
It all depends. I mean, if I can sell my soul, there's a good chance I might.
Yes, rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Where's my Val Kilmer?
Yeah, that's. And I've actually
I'm your
got.
huckleberry. I'm your huckleberry.
Oh, things
got
are.
a picture with Michael Biehn, Michael Rooker, and Val Kilmer at Rose City Comic Con for.
Why does your
Tombstone.
camera always goes? It goes like crazy pixelated whenever you move.
It's probably
We need to
because
start doing super chats for him to get a new camera, you guys.
It's hard to render all of those strands of beard.
Gee.
You just can't.
But yeah, we got a picture with him. What year was that? Does it say on the picture?
You need to start labeling your pictures, man.
It says it should say on the side. Unless it's a fake picture.
No,
2018.
Okay, 2018.
Yeah. I can tell by the background.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's it's too bad he passed away. But yeah, we gotta see him, get a picture with him. Mike Rooker, I was pretty sure is sauced off his.
You mentioned that before.
Are there any other celebrities at in Phoenix that you want to see? Is Denise Richards there? I know Travis introduced us to. Apparently, she has an
She's not there.
OnlyFans. Like I had no idea. Like you guys knew about it, but
Sure, you didn't know. Sure,
I did not
no,
know.
No, of course not.
How old is she?
Old enough to have an OnlyFans.
Is she? She's got to be in her 50s, right?
Yeah.
Who is the oldest woman that's got an OnlyFans?
I do not want to know.
Do I want to know? Yeah.
So
She's 54.
Oh my god.
The Mortal Kombat reunion is tomorrow. So a lot of the mocap actors who did Mortal Kombat 1 are going to be there. But we've seen them before.
Yeah.
Except Sonya's here this year, and she
is
wasn't
it the
there last
Sonya
year.
from
Sonya Blade from
three?
Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay.
The motion capture Sonya from. I don't think it's her voice. I don't think it's the voice actor. It's just the motion cap actor.
Yeah.
She's and the other three guys.
The one I like is the girl that played her in 3.
Well, and then
she's
tomorrow
the girl from NBA Jam.
Tomorrow's
Yeah, is that
also
what it's
Baldur's
called?
Gate. Baldur's Gate 3.
You guys are going to that.
I'm going. The voice actors for Karlach and Gale and Will and Halford and Minthara and the Emperor are all going to be there. So that's cool.
So it's the voice actors for Baldur's Gate 3 that are going to be there?
A lot of them, yeah.
Okay.
And then all 4 of the OG voice actors for the 80s TMNT are going to be there on Sunday.
Now, if
that'll
the
be cool.
TMT actors were walking around in the crowd, would you be able to? Would you know who they even were?
Dathan would. I could probably only recognize Rob Paulson because I've seen him at panels for Pinky and the Brain. He voices Pinky.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'd probably recognize him, but none of the other ones.
Alikrian, thanks, bro. You didn't have to do
The
that.
Claw Beckons.
Super Chat for the late night. Super Chat Ryan Sabor, Super Chat. For Chris, Nathan, Eric, and Travis. Fuck yeah, Super Chat.
Can we make a new AI super chat song for the claw machine?
No, because well,
But
that's
this
up to Chris. But like,
explicitly mentioned here. I think we
you're,
should play the special
I'm not
one.
going to the claw machine, but you're helping pay for Restream, so that's where this is going to. End of story. Okay.
How about once we get enough so that we could get a claw machine, I'll pay for the restream. And
If
then
you're
you buy
paid-
the claw, you buy the claw machine.
If Restream is paid for like the whole year or whatever, like, then
Dude, I'm telling you, I will price match the claw machine, and then give you the money.
I
that
don't
you
even
can
have
pay
room for the
Restream.
claw machine. Like, Dathan needs to come by and pick up NBA Jam.
Yeah, he's gonna buy NBA Jam.
Where
right
is
now.
Dathan? Yeah. Tell him what's the deal with NBA Jam.
He's gonna do it.
And yeah, now we're getting scream bombed on Twitch.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta.
I'll
block
answer for him.
another
Yes,
person.
that's of course he's gonna put it there. Where else would he
go.
put it?
Yeah. Come on, Dathan, get your NBA Jam.
Well, you gotta stop bitching about the fucking super chat money every time.
Dude, I love actually hearing your voice right now. Like,
It's very strained.
yeah. You didn't want to be on stream for that? Come on, dude. Your voice sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not Denise Richards good, but you know.
Right. He won't get a picture with Denise Richards. Travis really wants him to. I want him to now.
Now
She's
Denise
54?
Richards, 1996.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah, this stream's got off the rails. Oh, I do have something toy related. Did you guys? This is sold out now. I was able to get one on Amazon, but here we go. Are you guys excited for the Spider-Man 3
funny.
action figure?
It's funny.
Am I the only one that?
Only
I
if
mean,
you
it's a
throw some
terrible
dirt in
movie.
your eyes.
It's an absolutely terrible movie. But I kind of like this figure.
It might be worth something someday if nobody collects it.
He's got that emo look.
No, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but does he have the suit and the dancing?
I don't think he does. But that'd be a good. Maybe that's the Mondo figure eventually.
I don't know if it's because he's all black, but his seams look way more pronounced on this figure than on a lot of other
Yeah.
figures, and that's kind of distracting.
Right, you can see him. Right.
You can really see him.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's because it's all black.
Maybe that's it. But when he's in the red suit, it blends in a lot more, and it looks much more movie realistic. Yeah, I don't like that on this figure, but I think it's a funny figure.
Is Dathan still there? So like, I saw this was on Big Bad Toy Store because I know Dathan just buys from them. It was like at first it was $2 or $3 more than Amazon, and then I checked back later. It was like it was $5 more than Amazon.
They have dynamic pricing.
They might.
But now it's completely sold out everywhere. But it was weird. Like, why did they raise the price at I guess when the demand was high, they're raising the price now.
Dathan said they might have dynamic pricing like that.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't know. Ugh.
I don't know anything about it, but
Meatball Saucy just got my 64 gig RAM upgrade kit for my old ass PC. Arse PC. Cool. Meatball Saucy's doing a lot of cool stuff. We're all not as cool as him.
no, he's hardcore.
Yeah.
He's very big into that VR pinball world.
Yeah, we're not cool like that. Like,
And like making his own hardware and stuff. Yeah, he does some hardcore stuff.
yeah, he did a whole video about how to show you how to download all the files, and you can play pinball VR with friends. You can play it with your friends. What the heck? Who plays games with their friends? Meatball Saucy. No one does that.
Well, that's why nobody wants to Switch 2. Is 'cause,
Yeah.
That's
why it's
nobody
gonna
wants
bomb.
to play with their friends.
Yeah, like we're all like loners here. Come on.
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of cool what he's doing with the VR stuff and the pinball on his
Very
channel.
cool.
Yeah, he was on Gamer Fridge stream on Monday night. I don't know if you saw that, Chris. Do you follow Gamer Fridge?
I do, but I'm never able to watch his stuff.
He does a stream at 3 p.m. on Monday nights here for our time. And he'll talk about food. Of course he's not here right now. I am big into gaming. I love games, but you're not into Nintendo Switch games, are you, Meatball Saucy?
There's the soundboard we love so much.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? It's been a fun show.
I'm gonna go see Minecraft tomorrow.
Yeah,
Really?
I think you'll like it.
It's gaming and movies. There you
go.
Speaking of Minecraft, Chris, did you know that there is a update to the Minecraft game where you can go into Minecraft and actually play the movie level in the Minecraft game?
And how much does it cost?
And it's free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I've got Minecraft on every system.
I didn't realize that because my kids wanted to go on and play Minecraft after they saw the Minecraft movie. How crazy was that?
Mm-hmm.
And there you can go and play the movie in the game. That's pretty sweet. So whoever's running the Minecraft game server, they did a good job.
Chris, did you know that Jack Black's parents were both rocket scientists?
Yes.
There you go.
I've actually heard him in interviews talk about the fact that his parents were both rocket scientists.
Yeah.
It's like
JPL. Did they work for JPL? Is that right?
I don't know. They didn't go to the School of Rock.
Well, it's funny you mentioned rocket scientists. The little kid in the movie. I don't think I'm spoiling much. He wants to be a rocket scientist in the movie.
See, there you go.
So that can't be a coincidence.
No, probably not.
The cool thing about Switch, Meatball Saucy is playing Robotech. The cool thing about Switch, like it's got every game, and I know Steam's got a lot too, but I feel like I'd be curious to see who has more, Nintendo Switch, and I'm talking an original Nintendo Switch or Steam. Maybe it's Steam. But
it'd have to be Steam.
There's a lot of crap games on
There's
Steam.
a lot of garbage on there, right?
Yeah.
And there's like a bunch of adult games that Nintendo wouldn't allow in their store.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of games on Nintendo, like within the past few years, that have just been like shovelware.
Compared to PlayStation and Xbox, I think Nintendo's got way more games, though.
Are you counting like the?
I'm not talking about the previous generation.
Emulated games? Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just in the past year, whenever I go on the digital store, there's a bunch of like hentai games.
That's your store. Like I don't search for that stuff, Chris. I'm not in the OnlyFans sites that you guys are in. Sorry, I'm not into the 55 plus.
Why not? Marissa Tomei is really good looking.
Maybe in 10 years. How old is Marissa Tomei? You gonna tell me she's got an OnlyFans?
60, right?
She's out there.
Oh, he's looking it up.
60 years old.
Yeah, see? I guess I'm just good at numbers.
I mean,
on the button.
That was the problem with her playing Aunt May in Spider-Man, was she was too good looking to be Peter Parker's aunt.
Chris is into older women.
Sorry.
I guess your wife is older than you, right? So there
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, no.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Yeah. 60 years
My
old.
cousin Vinny?
Yep, My Cousin Vinny. It's a good movie.
Never seen it.
I mean, it's, I'm not going to say it's a good movie, right?
Chris will do a YouTube should I watch it 3-minute video on it for you, Eric.
It's got Joe Pesci in it, acting like Joe Pesci. So,
Incidentally, speaking of movies, the best Christmas movie ever was on last night, and we watched it. So.
Oh, Die Hard. Good.
The Christmas Story.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't Christmas, so why did you watch it?
Because it was on TV. It's always Christmas somewhere.
No, it's not.
That's what they say.
Nobody says that.
No one says that. Yeah.
No one says
sure.
that.
Do you watch
I think
Home
that-
Alone in July? Do you watch the Snowman movie? Do you watch that in August? But you watch Die Hard
Sure.
in April.
Christmas movie. Great Christmas movie.
I mean, if it brings you back,
Welcome to the party, pal.
Sure.
It's Christmas here. Maybe you just want every day to be Christmas.
It's always
Why not?
what I said.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas movie. We've already had this discussion.
We
You
just
guys
want to
won't
let you know
things die.
that
we
ever-
watched.
You guys won't let things die hard. Let's let it
For-
die hard. How about we just let Die Hard die hard?
Yeah.
We can't do it.
Jesus Christ, my God.
Yeah.
I don't know. His voice sounds fine to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So stupid. I hate this one.
I'm
All right.
surprised at this point you haven't taken like previous episodes and just kind of taken everybody's voice and
Oh, we're gonna do a best
Just
of
edit
show
it.
eventually.
an AI. You could do an AI episode of this show.
No, I'm gonna do a Eric hates Nintendo episode. Like it's all about Eric going off on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have parts of this episode. I'm gonna have parts of the episode where like we were first talking about the mouse on the Switch or whatever, and he, he went off on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stand behind that.
You don't
Nothing
like the
they're
mouse on the
doing.
Switch?
Nothing they're doing is revolutionary.
What
It
about,
doesn't matter that it's not revolutionary. It's
Yeah,
just
it does to me.
But it shouldn't because it's just a value add at that point. You just don't have to use it.
I don't have to use it.
Like
I'm
they
not-
just gave
not
you
gonna.
something for free there.
It's not free. They're taking
It is free.
resources away from doing something interesting,
$450
doing something
free.
already done. Like, oh, let's add a camera, already done. Let's make it social, Discord, already done. Let's charge
What a-
for it. Okay.
What about the vibration in the mouse?
Okay. No,
Has that been done before?
I'm not going to accept Eric's. I don't like it because it's already been done before. Because if they release a Zelda, he's going to play that. He's played all the Metroids. You don't just stop when one thing's there. You play sequels and stuff.
Right.
Sure.
That's true. Good point.
They've all
Yeah,
been
good
done.
point, Travis. Good
Yeah.
point.
they've all
so
been done
it's
before.
like
There is no
No.
original thought. There's no original thought in movies. There's no original thought in games anymore. But we're still going to play them. Yeah, should we have a musical episode? Yeah, that'd be good. I'm not so much into music. Chris is into getting records now,
vinyls. Yes.
but he buys like movie soundtracks. Or what was the latest one you got? A TV soundtrack?
It was Monarch, the Legacy continues, and then Evil Dead musical.
you should find the soundtrack to the movie Willow on vinyl.
I bet you Mondo has it.
I just shared
Really?
with him the Beavis and Butthead movie is on vinyl.
That would make sense, but Willow.
You get that one.
You should collect every Warwick Davis movie's soundtrack on vinyl.
You should get every Val Kilmer movie on vinyl.
Then I would probably need,
Real genius.
Mm-hmm.
but Warwick Davis is in Harry Potter, I believe.
You could find that then.
You already have that.
I think he was also in Leprechaun.
But could you find Leprechaun in the Hood on vinyl? Soundtrack, original movie soundtrack.
Oh,
I bet you could find Leprechaun. No, probably not even Leprechaun. Even though it was Jennifer Aniston's debut film. Never
Did
gets
not
the
know
respect
that.
it should have.
Wow.
You didn't
Travis
know
is
that?
into.
I knew
Travis is into
Soleil
Jennifer
Moonfries
Aniston.
and Pumpkinhead. I knew that.
Soleil Moon Fries and Pumpkinhead, yes.
AKA Punky Brewster, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Eric's first crush, huh?
No.
No, shouldn't have been. Should be
No.
now.
Yeah, now.
Soleil Moon Fry now?
Now? Now.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
All right, let's read Meatball Saucy's comment here. I said it on Monday. Nintendo has success when they innovate and fail when they what's that word?
Iterate.
Yeah.
GameCube was a fail. Wii was a hit. Wii U was a fail. Switch has been a hit. Pattern says Switch 2 will be an F.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I'll take that.
Yeah, I have seen that pattern too.
I did find the Willow soundtrack on vinyl.
Nice.
Except, wait, did you say Nintendo 64 was what? A hit or a fail? Because
didn't
that
say.
was an iteration on. Well, no, it wasn't really an iteration, was it? That
No,
was
he said-
That was
I
a
think-
pretty big departure.
That was
from
a-
the
yeah,
Super
That was
Nintendo.
a
Yeah.
that was a good that was a
But the Super
success.
Nintendo was an
GameCube was a
iteration of
fail.
the Nintendo, and it was good
Yeah,
because
that
there was
is
nothing
true.
else between it, right?
Mm.
It
Yeah,
was
the
Nintendo,
pattern
then
does not
Super
follow
Nintendo.
that. Right.
So there's your one exception.
And they almost called the Nintendo Switch 2 the Super Switch. Did you guys see that article?
No, huh?
No, but
So-
they probably should have. 64 was a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was a hit. I know it sold a lot. I was just trying to think of whether it was an iteration or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't.
I mean, a case could be made that SNES wasn't an iteration. If you dig deep into their catalog, you know, their later stuff like the FX chip on Star Fox. That's just not, that's 3D on a home console.
Right.
Which was for sure not an iteration.
No, but in a way it was, because that was the idea of allowing save games on Zelda. Right, putting something that you can't do in the console on the cartridge.
Sure, okay.
So
in that way, the concept of using the cartridge to extend the capabilities of console, sure, but in that way it was different, and I think that's a significant difference.
No, see, Meatball agrees. That was
Yeah, I was hoping there was the rule about the NFL Super Bowl logos, like the colors for the teams had been like in the logo every year for the last 5 years, and this was finally the year that broke it.
So let me ask about the 3DS then, because the 3DS was 3D handheld without glasses or any kind of thing to make it 3D, but I don't think that was a hit.
Virtual Boy.
They innovated. Virtual Boy was innovative, but wasn't a hit also.
Right.
So it's
well, and you're talking hit here. I don't know how these things fared in Japan.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. I think everything they've released has been a hit in Japan.
So the 3DS sold 75 million units.
Well, that's pretty good actually
during its life. So it was actually a pretty successful system. I think the problem was because I had a 3DS when they first came out, because I really liked the idea of playing a game and with 3D and not having to wear glasses. But I think out of the games that I had, there were only a couple that really
not very many use it. Yeah.
Utilized it properly to the point where it was actually useful. Otherwise, majority of the time, I just had the 3D off.
Right.
So
yeah, I forgot all about that.
I'm in the market for a 3DS XL if anybody's selling one.
Aren't they at Game On Expo?
No, well they were, but we were too late.
Really?
By the time we came back from the Don Bluth panel, they had sold them already.
Wow.
I found your one.
Huh. How much are they going for?
That's right. Well, there's a swap meet coming up, so I guess.
Yeah, are we going to the swap meet?
I can't stay the whole time because my uncle's like 80-something birthday party I got to go to, but I'll probably make appearance.
$289 at GameStop, Eric. $290.
Just a regular one. It's not like weird branding.
It just says
not like a Pokemon
3DS XL handheld. No, it's black.
Cool.
Looks like, yeah, there you go. No, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It's going to be interesting what the rest of the year brings. So stay with us, everybody. I think this might be. We'll go into this in future episodes, but I think this might be an opportunity for Xbox to actually have a really good year. But it also, some of that's dependent on what's going on with the tariffs and stuff still. But if we can't get our hold of, if we can't get I can't talk now. If we can't get the Nintendo Switch 2, if you wanted one.
Yeah, I don't see why that would be an interesting year for Xbox, though, to be honest with you, Ryan, because they're made at Foxconn in China.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we all have an Xbox. You don't, but
Foxconn's Republic of China.
I don't think that matters to the tariff stuff.
No, I don't think it does either. But I'm just saying.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is it's
Jesus
gonna get,
Christ, my
it's
God!
Gonna get what I was saying is I think it's going to hurt them the most, actually, because Sony is probably, well, I don't know if they are manufactured in Japan or somewhere around there.
I don't think they're manufactured in Japan, though.
Yeah, they're probably Foxconn.
You know what? Meatball Saucy should go to the swap meet. Meatball, are you going to go to the swap meet? Whatever it's called now.
Is that the side quest one?
The side quest expo. Yeah, Meatball Saucy, you need to go there. I think what we'll plan on doing, I'd like to go in there and like make a video of all the high prices of stuff and get everyone depressed. You know, but it'd be fun.
Last time.
Yeah, exactly. But I want to do it again and see like has anything like gone up even more.
I'm sure it has.
I'm sure there'll be shills and stuff in there talking about how you know the vendors are so cool or whatever, but I'm not going to do that. I want to take video of the prices, and I'm probably not going to buy anything, but it'd just be fun to shoot the shit with you guys. And then, but I say we go to next level after it's over. Like we just do a walkthrough for 1 or 2 hours. And then I say we go over to next level. If you guys are down, maybe he'd be down for just going to next level. I don't know. But, also next week, I'm going to try to play South of Midnight.
Is that comes out?
It's in, what do you call it?
Oh, that's right.
Pre-release right now.
Yeah.
But it should be out full release on Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to try to play some of it.
And then when's the new Doom come out? That's coming out soon too.
May. So again, Xbox. So I'm really excited to play that for sure.
Yeah. No, you're right. For game stuff, it's
level. Xbox could have a year.
It's cool. Yeah. The So I didn't realize this, but the Switch is actually manufactured largely at Foxconn in China.
Jesus Christ, my God!
Yeah,
so,
maybe they just moved to Vietnam.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The OLED Switch says Vietnam on the case,
and that's tough because they got slapped with what 46%. Yeah, because the idea there, from what I had read, the idea is that Vietnam acts like a front for China.
I'm sure it does. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that basically the money just goes straight back over there, and so that's why they got hit so hard.
Can't they say Nintendo of America? Where they're an American company, Nintendo of America. That's an American company. Trump, come on.
It's where you've got to claim the stuff when you're importing. So yeah, I used to have to do that actually when I was doing supply chain management.
Anyway,
got to declare everything.
That's what I do. I always declare myself.
Yeah. Except for that one time where you had to do your taxes and then it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Or you got audited or something.
We don't want to talk about that one time.
You and Denzel.
What an ugly thing to say.
Or the one time that I went up to Canada with Kevin And on our way
Oh,
back,
yeah, you went-
and on our way back, the Canadian border guard was like, "You can't go into the U.S. You're a Canadian citizen."
Oh, that's actually a good point.
That's pretty
Maybe if we can't buy the Switch 2 here, we could go up to Vancouver and smuggle it in. Can we do that? Would you?
You could try it, but I think that the problem is just going to be that the prices there are going to be, the inflation's going to hit everybody.
Yeah. Probably.
So yeah, the amount of
It'd make a good video.
driving you've got to do it probably wouldn't pan out. But we'll see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. All right.
I mean, I don't know if it'll be interesting, depressing, scary, or just a big nothing.
All those things
as well, right? Or nothing. I mean,
or nothing. Yeah, who knows?
Honestly, I went to bed a couple nights ago thinking about it, that it's just saber rattling, right? So, and I actually talked with my kids about this. North Korea saber rattles all the time, right? Like they say, like, hey, if you don't do what we want, we're going to go ahead and continue pursuing nuclear weapons. And then when we ignore that long enough, they go and they blow something up in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go, hey, knock it off. And they go, okay, and largely just kind of dwindles away, right? Them to try to get something out of it, right? To get, in their case, respect, I think, is what they look for most. When it comes to this sort of stuff, this could be saber rattling of a similar thing. It could all just be a bargaining chip, which is come to the table, give us a better tariff. You drop yours by 15% and I'll drop them off, right? Like it could just be that.
Or it could not be.
But
I have concepts of a plan.
Right. But logic would say that is what it is, because there's like a no-win situation in this, from what I can see. That's the only.
I don't want to get into it. Yeah.
My head
Was it the plan to have the stock market take a dive for the last couple days, and let's see how far it goes? Like, God, I don't even want to look at.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's.
I have concepts of a plan,
and you don't have to worry about that if you don't plan on holding this out more than a week.
Yeah.
Right. Like it'll be short-lived. And we see that in the stock market all the time. So it could be just a short-lived, like, this is what we get to get these other countries to come to the table, like Japan, Korea, places like that, to come and say, okay, we drop yours and we'll do this, right? Like that sort of thing, to renegotiate with everybody. If that's your plan, if that is the plan, and you can live through a 2-week drop in the stock market.
I think the plan should be just go with Eric and just get a Nintendo 3DS and just get those games.
I'd like to see the Donald Trump and Eric
spending your money
road
on
trip.
stupid shit.
That's what I want to see.
That would make an interesting.
Donald Trump and Erica road trip. There you go. You two going to get a Nintendo.
Do you think
Switch.
Donald Trump's ever played a video game?
Yeah, sure.
No way.
Because I'm guessing he played Pac-Man back in the 80s, right?
Everybody played Pac-Man.
Yeah, everybody did, right?
Maybe.
Although I think he's the one person who made it out of the 80s without doing coke. So, who knows? Maybe he also made it out without playing Pac-Man. No, I honestly think that the guy is pretty straight edge. Like because he had addiction in his family, and he does talk about that. Where I do think that it frightened him away from everything. He's got other problems when it comes to vices. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He's got he's got other issues.
It's a huge plan.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right. Yeah, all right. Okay, so next week plan on talking about South of Midnight, and we'll maybe do some pre-planning for the Side Quest Expo, and we need Eric, and hopefully Dathan gets his voice back, I guess, and have a good time down in Phoenix. Take some video so we can talk about some more cool stuff you find. And thank you for everyone in the chat being here. Mike Hawkhurts, some guy named 8-Bit Gaming Legend, Meatball Saucy, you already went to bed, but thank you, Alikrian. Thank you for all the super chats, you guys. It was a good. We had a good time. So, Chris, you have any final thoughts? Any videos coming out this week?
Make sure you get lots of pictures from the anime portion of the expo down there, Eric.
I'll send you some.
Is there an anime portion going on?
There is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like half anime and half games. So
yeah,
I want to see some of that plot that's hanging.
I mean, that's
out.
why Don Bluth was there, right? So yeah.
He's big.
Is it like? Is it 55 plus anime?
I don't know what that means.
Well, that's I don't know.
I don't want to know what that means.
But
Comes or Us is still here. Thank you, bro.
Let me just say that there's a. I will say once again, there's a maid cafe here. I don't know what that means. But
really?
So there's another reason to come down to Phoenix right now. I get it.
Go to the maid cafe. If somebody wants to tell me what that means, cool.
What's good to eat in Phoenix?
Oh, dude.
Do they have good Mexican?
Dude. So yesterday we went to Monroe's Hot Chicken. Yes. That place rules. That place is awesome. They had the best collard greens I've ever had. Yes. The best collard greens Dathan's ever had. And their fried chicken sandwich is amazing. Chicken tenders were good. Fries are good.
How hot did you get it?
Dathan got medium, and that was hot. And it was hot. I got mild.
It should be. It's
perfect for me.
Yeah. It's called hot chicken for nothing, right?
No, I know.
It's got to be. Medium's got to be hot.
Wait, is it Dave's Hot Chicken? We have Dave's Hot Chicken here.
Blows it.
We do have a Dave Hot Chicken.
Dave's is
hot
garbage.
Chicken. I've never been there.
Okay. Okay.
It's garbage.
It's garbage.
It's that bad.
It's bad.
Huh.
When I've been to Monroe's, anything that doesn't come that close is garbage. So yeah, it's garbage.
Well, then that means Monroe's can't be that good.
Okay, then don't go.
Because no. Because
you don't have to go.
You've had excellent pizza before, right?
Oh, speaking of,
yeah. No, hold on though. Hear me out on this. You've had excellent pizza, but you can't just say, well, anything that's not this excellent pizza is garbage. You're still going to say, well, no, it's pizza. It's good. I'll eat it. It's good.
No.
Not all pizza is the same.
I know, but lots of mediocre pizza you'll say is good because it's pizza,
because
whatever.
It's bread and cheese, and that's good.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
so you can't just say like the hot chicken thing. Oh,
hot
if it's
chicken
not Monroe's, then it's trash. Come on.
The range of difference between good and bad in fried chicken is much bigger.
Here's also why what you're saying is stupid. You also got your Dave's hot or your Monroe's hot chicken mild. So your opinion on the whole matter is trash.
I used to be able to eat hot stuff after surgery. I can't.
Yeah,
that's fair.
In your diet anymore.
Yeah. So
that's
it's
fair.
mild from now on.
Now you got to eat.
What happens if you eat it medium?
It's a crapshoot, and I mean that in a lot of ways.
Okay. So next super chat, we donate to a plate of Dave's Hot Chicken extra hot to Eric and watch it on stream.
And then roll the
See
dice.
what happens.
See if I show up.
No. I want you to eat it on stream, and then we'll wait for the 2 hours.
I'll turn the camera off, but I won't go on mute, and you guys can share the
Okay,
experience.
that's fair. That's a super chat.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of pizza though, today we went to Pizza Bianco, which is a wood-fired pizza place, and there's Netflix did like a 4-part series on different pizza places, and Lucky's in Portland was featured on one of those episodes, and Pizza Bianco here was featured on another one, and they're great.
I've heard of Pizza Bianco. Yeah,
they're really good.
Compared to Walry's, what would you say?
Okay.
Different style of pizza.
Here's the thing. Walry's is great.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't great, it'd still be pretty good because it's bread and cheese. But Walry's is great for its style. This is Neapolitan style pizza, and it's great for that style.
Yeah. Well, it's Neapolitan and wood-fired, right? So that's different in and of its own right.
No, Neapolitan.
Neapolitan is wood-fired. Yeah.
Is there a Korean style pizza? Actually, I'd try that.
Yeah, that's out over here, right? That place I got you pizza, Eric. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
they
it was
probably-
Vietnamese, right?
I had
The pho pizza.
One, yeah.
Yeah.
But they might have a Korean.
Yeah.
Faux pizza?
But
Yeah.
yeah, good.
Wow.
What's the name of that place?
right.
Though I don't
I'm trying
know.
to remember.
It's by my place.
Yeah, it's by my work. Gosh,
So yeah,
forgot.
I picked 2 up for Eric when he got out of surgery.
Papa Pizza. That's what it
Papa
is.
pizza. Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah, if you want a strange pizza, you can go there.
Yeah,
That's kind of their deal.
And then tomorrow we're probably going to go to the other pizza place, Ziggy's. Is that what it's called? With the Stardust pinball is like a. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a speakeasy pinball, and you have to go through their freezer in Ziggy's to get to the pinball place.
Well, it's like a speakeasy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's great. So we're probably gonna do that tomorrow. So yeah, there's a lot of great food here, honestly.
That's crazy. But you found out that they have a pinball place because of the Stern app. They found out. Oh, they're on the map. That you guys say you have pinball here. Like the app says it's right here. Like, well, you got to know the password.
Looking at pictures of the pizza, it doesn't look very good, but the pinball should be good.
Yeah, it's not as good as Pizza Bianco, but it's a different style. To be fair.
Yeah, it's totally different. At least just judging by the picture on their website.
So what's good about Ziggy's is the bang for buck. You get a lot of you get a big serving for what you pay for.
I bet.
So what you lose in quality, you kind of gain in serving size.
That's
So,
yeah.
Stoked. You guys should come next time. It's fun.
Do you guys think deep dish pizza is real pizza?
Yeah, it's great.
Sure.
I know that's a big conversation online.
It's bread and cheese. It's great.
I don't think it's. I don't actually like it, but I think it's.
We're going to Chicago in October, and we've already got Lou Malnati's lined up because they're great. We're going there. Deep
I've
dish.
been there. That's the one place I went to.
Awesome.
I need to go to Chicago. I've been to New York and I've done the pizza tour.
I need to do that. I still haven't done that.
I haven't done that
it was
too. That's on
awesome.
my list.
Yeah.
Just go to
There's
New York. I haven't
some
been.
amazing
La Industry, Sally's. Who else did you?
When you go to New York, you just ask for a
in New York.
slice. I want a slice.
Joe's, of course. Yeah, Joe's with it. Yeah.
I want a slice of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys. I think we'll end it.
Yep. Good night.
Thank you so much to everybody, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.